a bit of stash diving because I need a couple more rows to add onto these little hexies. These are quite small ones, and this is a project that I've been working on for a lot of years. I think I'm aiming for a cushion cover, so I've just had to dig out a few more fabrics to add on. I think I need 2 more rows, and the question I've been pondering is what to do with the edges. I'm not sure that I could actually cut all of these off so that I get a straight edge, so I've just cut one of the pieces of paper in half and made a half hexie so that I will get a straight edge, and I think that's the way I'm going to go. And what I might even do is straighten all my edges with the half hexies and then add a border here as well, because if I leave it like that and then I sew my cushion seam's going to be come in half again, and you're only going to see a tiny little bit of these ones, which seems like a waste. So I'm thinking lots of little half hexies and then a border and then sew the edge of the cushion, if you know what I mean. But that is really satisfying. Such a nice way to use up all your scraps. A lot of these are vintage fabrics that I bought years and years ago. There are not vintage ones, these are not vintage, these are poly cotton ginghams, which I would not touch with a barge pole these days, but they're already in the project, so I'm not doing anything about it. The problem with poly cotton is that it melts under the iron. It's not really a great great fabric for the type of projects that I do. So I would have preferred not to have those types of fabric in there, but I can't do anything about that now. There are some beautiful fabrics, like I have no idea what that is, but it's stunning. And then that's just lovely as well. A lot of these were bought from vintage online places that sold them as packs of vintage fabrics, and some of them were probably charity shop buys. And oh, that's another horrible poly cotton, yuck. You can see how thin it is, horrible. Yeah, some of them were maybe even like vintage pillowcases and stuff. That might even be, I'm sure it's a Tilda fabric. Some of these are just so cute, like that one has little rosebuds on it. There's another piece of it. Such sweet little fabrics. That's actually a new one of the ones that I sell in my shop. I had a little scrap and I thought I'm going to stick that in because it's beautiful. That one there is from a Cath Kidston scrap. Same as that one. So I'm happy with that layout order, so I'm going to leave them like that, and then I'm going to stack them up very carefully and clip them together so that I know what order to sew them in, because the way that I do it is I will sew the whole row together. So I'll sew all of these together to make one long strip, and then I'll add it on the top and do the same with that one. So that's my next few days worth of sewing probably, and it could be a nice little portable project I could take out and about with me as well, which is really good. I've got a little bit of news, and it's gone a bit quiet over here on the old mystery box front, but I can now confirm I have another one coming very, very soon. This one is going to work slightly different from the others in that it's not sewing related or yarn related. Can you guess? I have one here already made up, So these are slightly different as well in that they are ready to ship next week. So I'm just going to show you, well, I'm not showing you very much, but I'm showing you what the box is. So I have put together a journaling starter kit. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but obviously it's self-explanatory. It's everything you need to begin a little journal. So in here is a small journal, which is obviously a lot smaller than the one I have. It's about this size, which I think is actually a perfect size for starting because it's not too big. It's also not too small. So if you've got it open, you've got quite a decent size, couple of pages to work over. And in here is what I believe to be everything you need to be able to, you could probably fill the whole journal from this box with what's in here. So bearing in mind you would probably want to add a few bits and pieces of your own if you're going to use photographs or any pieces of bits and pieces that you want to keep in your journal. But even if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to add photos to it and you just want to add a bit of writing or whatever, there is still enough in here that you can make a really nice journal. So there's no theme to these in particular, so these would be perfect for anyone who wants to begin a journal. If you are wanting to document something like your garden or your meals, cooking, things like that. If you're going on a trip, if you're lucky enough to be going on a trip or a holiday, these would be great for any young people who might get the chance to go travelling at any point. I also think these would be great if you're on like a weight loss journey or a fitness journey. I think it'd be really nice to track things like that as well. You can use your journals in so many different ways, or you just use it like I do and just document day-to-day stuff. These are going to go in my shop on Sunday, which is the 26th of July. They're going to go in my shop at 7 p.m. and they are going to be ready to ship next week. So unlike my usual boxes from before, there's no long wait for them. They will go out next week. I am really excited by these boxes. They might look small, but they are so full of such brilliant products. And they're all products that are kind of endorsed by me, if you like. They're all things hand-picked, hand-chosen by me that I would use. A lot of them I have ordered extra ones so that I can have some of the things as well. I don't want to give anything away. The only thing I can guarantee that's in the box is a small journal. So yeah, shop Sunday 7 p.m, that's UK time. I'm in Scotland, might be British summer time, not sure, you'll have to figure that out. There is a limited number, but these are the sort of thing that I might run again. If people want to order them in the future, I would maybe consider doing this one again. So obviously, unlike my other mystery boxes, there is no project bag in here and there's no yarn in here. I just want to make that really clear. This is a journaling box. I've been working away on this so much the past few weeks and months probably. It started off, I mean, you probably saw it coming really, but it started off as a little seed of an idea, and I did a lot of researching, a lot of looking for products and stuff. And finally it has all come together. So happy. It took a lot of my brain power as well. It's one of those things that rolled about in my head at night, lying awake in bed. Kept me awake a lot in a good way. I think just because I was so excited about it, and some of the products in it are just so nice. There are a few bits and pieces inside the box that have been made by me for the box. So I've really enjoyed doing those as well, because it's always nice to be able to be creative for a purpose really. So yeah, I hope you like them, and although they are called a starter kit, that's what they're called, you don't need to be a complete beginner to want one of these or to buy one of these. Even if you're already into journaling and scrapbooking, you would be able to make use of one of these boxes, because the things in it can be used for other projects as well. And the things in it, I guess you could use for card making as well, if you want to use it for other things, not just for a journal. So yeah, I am really excited to launch these. I've been so lucky lately. I said in my, I think it was my last video, that I wanted to do a pair of kind of seasidey themed socks, but I didn't have many blues and greens, so a lovely lady, Michelle, offered to send me some. She had some scraps. These are so beautiful, so many nice colours in there. Cannot wait to put them together into some socks. Such nice colours. There's also a lovely bag of lavender in there, which smells so nice. And she sent me a cute little unicorn. It's a stitch marker. Oh, progress creeper. So cute. Thank you, Michelle. I was also getting rid of some fabric scraps a few weeks ago, and another lovely lady offered to do a little swap. So she sent me some yarn scraps and I sent her some fabric scraps. But what I didn't know was that she has made them into a little 12-day advent for me. So that is so nice, and that was from Brandy, who also has a knitting blog. And she's just changed the name of it. I will put it on the screen and I'll put a link below as well, so go and check her out. She knits and she sews. She sent me some fabric scraps as well. They are amazing. So I'm going to put this away till Christmas. I'm so excited. I didn't know she was going to send them as an advent, so that was really exciting. I'll put them away and she'll look forward to opening them in December. I've been asked recently about how I store scrapbooking supplies. So this is basically a pizza box, isn't it? But if you buy from a scrapbooking store online, likelihood is the bigger pages will come in a box like this. So this is what this is. I got it in an order and I've just kept it ever since. And it's perfect for storing the papers in that are 12 inches by 12 inches, which is a standard sort of scrapbooking size for sort of older types of scrapbooks. So I just got all my papers in here. I'm not going to take them out. And I also have loads of these plasticky wallets which I like to fill. And I keep my everyday sort of stuff in here. I've shown this before. I'll put a link to it below. It's actually called a handbag organiser. You're supposed to put all your stuff in your handbag, and then when you want to swap bags you just lift the whole thing out. But doesn't it make a great sort of pencil case, storage case? So I've got loads of stuff in here and it fits tons in it. I've got more of these little envelopes which are great for just storing stuff. It fits so much in here. There's loads of pockets. There's pockets down the sides. They are all pretty full on my one. So I've got loads of bits and pieces, everything I need really, to do a quick layout. Obviously I have got more dotted about my sewing room and drawers and cupboards, but that's how I store sort of my go-to grab kit, and it's ideal. I should just point out that the previous video that I uploaded was my guide to beginning a journal or a scrapbook, so if you fancy having a go for yourself then have a look at the video. Made a big stack of half hexes because I needed to fill in these gaps. I was not prepared to cut them, so I have attached one to see what it's like, and I'm really pleased with it. So now we have a straight edge. I've used a load of fabrics that were already in the cushion, but I've also added in a few of my new fabrics, like that one on the top, and then coral one is one of my new ones. Problem with crafting outdoors, it's a little bit windy, so I am attaching another row, but I got to the end of my thread and I really wanted to see what the little half hex was going to look like, so I stopped what I was doing and I've added that in. Now that I've seen what it looks like, I'm going to go back to my row. I don't know if you can hear the piper, there's a bagpiper playing, at the care home up the road. Not sure if you can hear it. It's rather nice sitting out here. So this is my next row of hexies, and that is the order I'm going to sew them together in. I lost a paper there. Or I've got paper. Oh no, that's because for some reason when I did that row I was one short, so I took one of them out of here and I need to replace it, and I know it's that one because that is a fabric that I love from my current stash. So I need to make another hexie in that and insert it into that gap. So I'm going to finish sewing this on here, and then I'm going to put another row together, and then that will go along the top. And I've already got all of my half hexies cut out for, I think I've got enough for both sides. So I can do this side and the other side. And I did realise that I had completely forgotten about this edge. The top and the bottom edge would be still bumpy, but I don't think it's worth making teeny tiny hexies or pieces that size, so I am going to end up slicing these, I think. I'm not sure whether to then, before I do that, then add in another row that way, because it's then going to end up longer in one way than it is the other way. I've got a bit of thinking to do.